Well, ahoy there, mateys. We're going to do 8.3 today from Big Ideas. It's all about surface area of pyramids. We're only going to focus on square pyramids today. So the base will be a square, and then you're going to have 4 identical triangles because pyramids always meet up at a single point. So we're going to have to do really good about getting the area of triangles today. So we're going to start by practicing some area for different triangles. The area for a triangle is always the base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 the base times the height is another way to think about it. So for triangle number 1 that has a base of 7 and a height of 10, what is the area? 7 times 10 is 70, but then you cut that in half because triangles, you always do the half the base times the height. So the triangle area here is 35 square inches, half of 70. What about triangle number 2 that has a base of 5 and a height of 4? 5 times 4 is 20, cut in half is 10 square meters. What about triangle 3 that has a base of 9 and a height of 3? Odd numbers make it a little trickier because 3 times 9 is 27, and we have to cut that in half. Half of 27 ends up being 13 and a half, or 13.5 square centimeters. And for triangle number 4, this one has a base of 14 and a height of 12. So you could do 14 times 12 and cut it in half, but I don't know my 14 times 12. So you can also do a little trick, cut one of these numbers in half and then multiply by the other one. So half of 14 is 7, times 12 is 84. Or I could do half of 12 is 6, times 14 is still 84. Just don't cut them both in half, and that would be wrong. So 84 square inches is number 4. Okay, now that we've practiced area, and you've gotten really good at area of triangles, we're going to talk about how that relates to what we're doing. So 8.3 has 2 different types of pyramids, but because we're cutting the whole year of math into a very short amount of time, we're not going to do these pyramids today. We're only going to do square-based pyramids. And so all of your problems that you're working on for Big Ideas 8.3 will look like these, square pyramids. So the base is a square, and that is just called the base. So this face is called the base on a square pyramid. And then these triangles are called lateral faces. So a square pyramid has 5 faces, has 4 lateral faces that are identical triangles, and it has 1 face that is the base. And a way you can picture that, so if we have this square pyramid, if you cut it and lay it out, you're going to get a square for the base, and you're going to get 4 identical triangles for the lateral faces. It will definitely help to use paper and draw these out. Do not try to do these all in your head. You'll make mistakes. So here's our first example. So we have a square base, and we have 4 identical triangles around the sides. So my first question for you is, what is the area of just the base of this square pyramid? So the base is a 7 by 7 square. So the area for the base is 49. It's 7 times 7. From here on, it gets trickier to try to do all of the surface area in your head, so it helps to do a net. So if you draw a net, okay, we've already done the bottom, 7 times 7, that's this 49 part. You have 4 identical triangles that have a base of 7 and a height of 10, and that 10 goes along the lateral face there. So they've given you all the numbers. They've already done the 1/2 base times height for each triangle. Your job is to figure out what is the total surface area. So to get that, you need to add up all 5 faces. So you add the 49 plus all the 35s, and you get a total of 189. And because it's area, it will be square units. And the units we're using is meters. So 189 square meters. Okay, now this example, we have a different square pyramid. The base has a side length of 8, and then we have 11 for the height of the lateral face. So again, my first question is, what is the area of just the base? So the base is just 8 times 8, or 64. And then we're going to watch a quick 1 minute and 14-second video to explain how do you go from this to the total surface area. I would definitely suggest pausing and taking notes whenever you feel it would be helpful. So here we go.
You can see from the net that the length of a side of the bottom is 8, so the area is 8 squared, or 64. The sides are triangles. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. You can see from the net that the base of a side is 8 and the height of a side is 11. So the area of a side is 1/2 times 8 times 11. which equals 1/2 times 88, or 44. Because all of the sides have the same dimensions, they have the same area. So the area of each side is 44. Then to find the surface area, you want to find the sum of the areas of the faces. So surface area equals the area of the bottom plus the area of a side plus the area of a side plus the area of a side plus the area of a side, which equals 64 plus 44 plus 44 plus 44 plus 44, which equals 240. So the surface area of the square pyramid is 240 square feet.
Pyramid and break it up. Pretend to. All right, there we go. It was a minute 18, not a minute 14. I stole 4 seconds of your life. Okay, so today what you're going to be doing for 8.3 definitely helps to do this on paper. What's happening? What's going on here? Okay, so what you're going to do for 8.3 here is my thing is making the video. Never mind. Okay, so for 8.3, what you're going to do is take a square pyramid, break it up into the bottom and the 4 identical triangles, find the area for all 5 faces and add them all together. And don't forget, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Email me, come to On Demand, stop in the ASC and get help from Ms. Rude. Use Google, rewatch the video, do whatever you need to do if you have questions or need help for 8.3.